Hello everyone, this is Charles Wallingford back for the first time with this type of video. I've been on YouTube for a while, but this is the first time I've been in this genre directly. Indirectly, all the time, directly right now. So today we're going to go over what's the difference as far as menswear uh, when you have these online shops such as Shein, such as Amazon, such as Temu. What are you actually getting? Are you getting the quality that you want? Are you getting the deals that you want? And is it worth saving the money when there are other more expensive brands and marketplaces out there that you can go? Are you doing the right thing? All right, let's go ahead and get started with this breakdown. And what we have today for the video are waistcoats. Waistcoats. If you're not familiar with the term waistcoat, a waistcoat is a vest, but every vest is not a waistcoat. A lot of times a waistcoat can be worn completely by itself without a jacket or another coat on top of it, either a sports coat or sports jacket over top of it, blazer over top. They can be worn a lot of times independently, and it looks pretty nice when you do it. So first of all, we're going to go with this waistcoat here. Now, before I get started, let me say this. When you order from Amazon, Shein, and Temu, what are you getting far as what's missing? What aren't you not getting if you're not paying a lot of money? All these things you're going to see on here at a huge either discount or very low in cost. What are you not getting? You're definitely not getting care of the packaging. The packaging was just, it was in a bag. It was in a bag and that's it. Here's your stuff, put it on. Now, I did not do anything to these clothes. I didn't iron them or smooth out and steam the wrinkles out. I wanted you to see some of the wrinkles, what takes place when you get these. Make sure, guys, make sure you smooth these out, take care of them before you actually put them on. Don't put them on right out on the out of the bag. Out of the bag. Okay, so this one is from Temu. This particular waistcoat is from Temu. Now I'm getting a couple things from this, and I will say out of the three, so we won't have to play this game, this is the worst one. And I'll show you how it will build on the things you want and the things you don't want as far as quality and style. So when a waistcoat should be something that can actually be on its own. That's a waistcoat. When you have a vest that has a back like this, it really shouldn't be on its own. This is not the part that, it's nothing wrong with it, but it's telling you this should be layered. This is a layer. Something should go over top of it. So that's one thing. Another thing is the collar here, the collar and the flaps here. When you see this, it's telling you to wear it by itself. It looks kind of weird to have a sport coat with this type of collar over top this type of collar twice. You don't really want, this is a little bit redundant. It could be a little bit redundant and look kind of silly. Next thing is the buttons. How are these buttons secured? Are they using all 4 buttonholes? And they're not using all 4 buttonholes. They're using 2 of the buttonholes at a time. So it's 4 buttonholes here, and they're using 2 at a time. If they had really high quality, they would be using all 4 buttonholes. So they would be going up, down, and across on either side. And they're not doing that here. It still appears to be on here pretty securely. It doesn't look like it's going to come off. Looks pretty strong. Now, again with buttons, Do we have working buttons? This particular piece here, not sure what it was supposed to be for. Maybe I have to do my homework, some history, but this doesn't have an actual use for it doesn't work. This is not a working button. It doesn't open up. I can't use it. Now, we have a working pocket here, but this working pocket has a button over top of it to secure, but it doesn't secure. There's no snap. The button hole isn't there. And so you have a pocket with a button that doesn't actually work. So this is probably the worst example of what we have today. However, for what it is, for the cost, wasn't a bad choice. It wasn't the worst choice in the world. For under $20, this is how much this ran me. Not bad. I can use it. And the only thing is I probably will be a little bit more challenged to make this look wonderful, make this look really, really, truly nice amongst people who know what they're doing. A lot of times people who don't know what they're doing would just say, wow, he looks really nice. Oh, he's really well put together. But if you are around some people who have a little bit more experience, they'll say, that came from Temu, didn't it? All right, guys, let's move on to a piece a little bit nicer. So we go with the last. We'll go with what I said earlier. What I was explaining earlier as far as buttons. That's the first thing I want to go over is the buttons. But as I touch this, I got to stop. The material feels a little bit nicer, just a little bit. And this material, the satin material, feels a little bit nicer, definitely. So we're getting up there. We're getting a little bit better. Now, there's no buttons on the pockets. And that's good. Don't do anything extra if you don't need to do anything extra. So we have a working pocket here, and this is not a working pocket. Not a working pocket, okay? Now the collar, there's no collar. That's good. You don't want a collar for this. This allows you to add a jacket over top of it, and then on top of that, you have the back that says this can be worn on its own. However, as we see here, this particular apparatus to cinch it on your waist will make it look nicer. There's not one here. So what will take place, it won't look as nice, it won't look as fitted because there's no adjustment here. So that is where this particular one from Shein will actually fall short. So the pockets don't work down here. Pocket is working up here, actual pocket. The buttons are about the same. The buttons are a push, but the material is feels like a little bit nicer, maybe a little bit heavier, and the satin type material is a little bit nicer here. So this is a little bit nicer. But this is the most expensive one, and it actually looks and feels like the most expensive. And this is in a green. Now this green is a beautiful forest green, nice earthy masculine color. However, if you don't know what you're doing, you can mess this up too. You can mess this up too, because green you shouldn't be wearing on a regular basis, because it takes a little bit of a little bit more experience to get this right. So first of all, what do we have? Material. This feels like an even thicker material, even stronger material. Buttons, a different type of button. I like this different type of button here. I don't know the actual name for this type of button, but it looks like it's done pretty well. So in the buttons, it looks like a good amount of thread going through here. Looks like either 2 large strands or four strands of thread going through these buttons. The buttons look a little bit nicer. Then we have the pockets. We got 4 pockets, and all 4 pockets actually work. And there's no faux buttons over top of them. I don't know why they add things like that. It just doesn't look good. Then on top of that, this actually looks a little bit better for wear right away. We do have some light creases here. Then we have the mechanism to tighten, and I think this is probably one of the best feeling mechanisms thus far. So I would, again, we're going to look at which one is better. Temu, I probably wouldn't buy from again. Shein, maybe, but I'll show you something else right after this. And there are other colors available for this particular style waistcoat, and I would be happy to buy some more. I probably will buy another color for this. I like the way this looks. Vests and waistcoats add a little extra element to your ensemble, and you should actually think about and look into a good waistcoat. Here, let me show you this before I go. I actually already wore this. I wore this in a video that may be out, may not be out yet. In my genres that I'm into on a regular basis. And you'll see how I was able to put that together. Now this is from Shein also. So the other Shein was okay. This one was really nice. And again, let's look at it. We have on the back mechanism to cinch the vest. We have a full back that's telling you it doesn't have to, you can wear this on its own, much like the green one here. It's double-breasted, but it could be better whenever you have something that's double-breasted, you have another button to secure. That's missing, but it's okay. And the pockets here, they don't work at all. The pockets, none of these pockets are working. So that's what you're getting with Shein. I do like the color. The color is really nice. If you look at it in the light, if you have good light, it comes in a nice navy blue and a little bit of red and tan, and then throw in that white. It'd be easy to put these colors together. All these are very nice masculine colors, so you probably have something in your closet already where you can put this together really nicely. So Shein is nice. This Amazon company, I'm not going to try to pronounce it again. Make sure I put that on the screen. It worked out pretty good. But none of these things cost more than $30. More than $30. And that's something you need to consider when you're putting together your new closet, your new wardrobe. You're adding to your wardrobe. A lot of times we can't afford to buy every single thing you need to buy. And that's an idea by looking at Temu, Shein, and Amazon. All right, gentlemen, I hope this helped you out with your choices to expand your wardrobe, make your wardrobe better, and you'll see more of my videos. If you're interested in seeing any other of my videos, make sure you go to my channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. I'll have more videos like this to help you guys out in your journey of dressing nicer, dressing with a purpose. I'm Charles Wallingford, and Shein, Temu, and definitely Amazon, how I would spend my money.